Okay, my next question for you is, when you found out that you were liberated, that was in the early morning of May 1st,
Yes,
when the war had ended, and you've told me stories over the years, of course, about that on the one side of you was the Russians coming, and on the other side were the Americans.
yes.
And then there was the German Gestapo and all the prisoners in between.
Yes.
So how did that unfold?
Well, we were digging,
Trenches.
yes,
Yeah.
but it was not for men, it was for tanks, deep and wide, so that tanks could not get through.
Mm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And the because it was all Gestapo where we were working, you know, maybe 1,000 or 2,000, they have a forest,
Mm-hmm.
beautiful park
Yeah.
with castle for the Austrian
Royalty.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so the head of the Gestapo was in the castle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And looking from the situation,
Mm-hmm.
the American was already in prison
Mm-hmm.
several days,
Yeah.
and the Russians were coming fairly fast,
Mm-hmm.
and American would do nothing to them,
Yeah.
when the Russian would shoot them without question asked.
So the Nazi sympathizers, the Nazi SS, they knew, they were fearful of the Russians, but they knew the Americans wouldn't
Yes,
harm them. Yeah.
so
it was better to be taken by the Americans than the Russians.
yes,
Yeah, of course.
actually the head of all the
SS?
no. The Western.
Americans.
Okay, yeah, but it was American and British.
Right.
Okay.
The Allies. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the chief of
Mm-hmm.
all the Allied
Yeah.
was American,
Right.
which was great tragedy.
Oh, really?
Yes, because the with the British Army
Mm-hmm.
was several thousand of Czech army.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
and the head of all was American,
Right.
and he refused to go the Czech to Praha because they were maximum 2 hours from Praha.
Right. They were already in Pilsen and they didn't want to go to Prague.
But
They didn't want to go from Pilsen to Prague.
they wanted to go
Oh, they did. Okay.
because there was already revolution.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the chief of the whole thing was American, and he refused the Czech army go.
Okay. He refused to allow the Czech army to go back.
That's right.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yep.
So there were some journalists,
Yeah.
and about 6 Czech
Soldiers?
but but high rank.
High
So
ranking.
they drive to Prague to see what's going on
Yeah.
because they heard on the radio every few minutes, please come to help us.
Wow.
And the American head for everything refused to check to go
Yeah.
because he wanted Russian to come.
Really.
And that made Czechoslovakia after the war under Russian.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they said Americans were a few hours from here and they didn't come to help.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Russians were 5 days away and they dropped everything to run to Prague.
Right. Right.
Which was funny because the Czech were 2 hours from Prague and wanted to come, but the Americans said, no, we have to wait until the Russians come.
Right. Oh wow.
And that was, of course, the reason why communists
Yeah.
got to
They
power.
took. Yeah. They took over.
Because they said Americans were 2 hours from Prague and they didn't come to help, and the Russian were 5 days away and they dropped everything to come Prague. And
Yeah.
American were 2 hours from Prague and they didn't move a finger to help.
Wow. Kind of crazy.